Questions, judges?
Questions?
Have you considered running like a pre-sale campaign for folks who might want to order, so you can sort of generate that initial revenue to bring to that?
I think so when we have,
I'll explain how you did a test of market, and we already have a number of people that want to
Right.
purchase, including Wegmans has showed some interest, but we haven't
The-
done any sales in fear of not letting people down. Even the website itself has been, it's on hold. We got it done, we just haven't turned it on, because we don't want to lose customers who go on and it's not ready. So,
I put it on Facebook too, just to kind of get a little bit of a test run. And it was just a generic video that my son had made with the iPad, and I put it on there, and it ended up going out to 2,800 people viewed it, and I started getting all of these messages and back saying, oh my gosh, where can I get one? This is just so great. And I've had people say, I'll end up using more foil pans if I can have a container like this, because it makes it so easy, and it just makes it look festive. It makes it, it's just easy.
So I want to make sure I understand the flow. You want to produce sample packages to give out to retail so that they'll place orders, and then you'll go back and get your molds done and do a big
No, we're gonna
production.
do our molds. That's what the first thing is, getting our molds. And once we have our molds ready, we're just gonna have them give us about 200 of them. And then this is where we're gonna start before we make our first order. And this is just to kind of give like friends and family, just to kind of play around with them just a little bit, to get the feedback that we want before we make the order. But it'll
that'll be
be,
testing and modeling. So
Yes.
as you saw, that was built on a 3D printer, and like she said, it's been used and abused, so it doesn't show as well. So having the working product will give us a better chance when we're visiting potential sales of markets to have working on. So yes, initially, to answer your question entirely, we took a small product first just to make sure everything's good to go, and then a larger scale, hopefully based off of pre-order sales.
And molds are expensive. What's that mold cost?
it's about 48,000.
Correct, 48,000 to build 3 molds, basically.
So would you be worried that if you got the sample run in people's hands that you would make an adjustment to the mold potentially or anything like that?
Well, actually, I'm gonna go we're gonna have it made in Turkey, and I'm actually gonna go to Turkey to make sure everything's in working order. I just like to have the feedback from friends and family, just that if I needed to tweak it just a little bit, then I know it's gonna be perfect. I want it, once I get it out there, I want it to be right.
What's the capital requirement for the first 12 months, just to keep you going with the runway?
We're looking altogether about 140,000, which is going to be
That first run was
The first-
48, and so 68,000.
68,000, right, just to
And
come
then
up with the samples, and
First
then,
order of 20,000 was like another 88.
Right.
So,
so about 140,000.
And are you doing all the business development? You'll be going and be at the point, you're going to run the conversations with Wegmans and, the different grocery chains. Is that the primary, is that what you plan to do, or do you want to go more direct on your website?
Yes, I would like to be the one. Because I have the relationship already with them, and so yes, I'll be the one that's gonna be talking with Wegmans.
But direct sales will still go on, so.
Oh yeah, direct sales, I'm gonna be going into a trade show, we're gonna be, it's gonna go on social media, we're gonna put it on Amazon, and and eventually go into retail stores. But I would like to build a name first, to build my brand, instead of just jumping right into the retailers, so that I can have proven sales that it's gonna work.
But part of our team includes a marketing agent too, that's going to assist in getting that.
Yeah, it's not just us, we've got a team. We've got a manufacturer, we've got project manager, we've got, a CPA, I've got an attorney, I've got, somebody with digital marketing, and so I'm building a pretty good team.
So at $9.99 retail, what do you project your margins to be?
I'm sorry,
It's-
that's wholesale, so
Oh,
if I
wholesale,
misspoke,
okay.
I apologize.
Right.
So initially, about $3.40 per piece coming over, obviously when we
Okay.
purchase more, that comes down to about $2.50 or so it comes down. So, the $9.99 was what was wholesale would be to Wegmans or whatnot, but, retail and direct sale for us was $19.99.
So it's $19.99 for 9 by 13,
Correct.
and then you're gonna do a smaller size.
Correct.
So, we don't have the price for that
Which
yet.
is the
We're
half
gonna
size.
build the brand, and as the needs come, we're gonna
Is that enough markup for Wegmans? Are they happy with that type of number?
He was pretty happy. He's like, wow, that's great.
But is that enough for you all? Because once you back out all of your costs for marketing, your insurance, your leasing of your space, wherever you are, what it costs, what you,
Yes. Well, to this point, we've been self-funded, so we luckily don't have debt that we're having to pay back.
but you're not always going to be so.
You're right about that. So depending on how many we do direct sale versus wholesale and stuff, we were estimating somewhere between 8,000 and 9,000 until we broke even. So we understand that 2017 is not a productive year. It's gonna be the building, so we're hoping 18 is when we start getting into black.
What are the two patents cover? What are the details of those?
The details is how it all works together, how it fits. So the first one I had just to get my prototype. The second one is to make sure it's further the way it's connected together. And I actually have number 3 that's pending, just to further it so that I can secure it. So that
And
nobody
so
else
the
can.
first one's the model,
Mhm.
and the ring was a big part of that. It snaps in.
Mhm.
And then each one that we've done since is just kind of building a bigger bubble around it.
What are your revenue assumptions? I was looking at your projections. How did you arrive at those projections?
Okay, this is where we have a business manager that could probably help with those answers a little better. Are you allowed to answer?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Okay. Well, how do we get to those projections? We have a business manager that helps us do that research and guide it for us.
But I'll also say too that, with this being $1 billion industry, how many people use foil pans? Everybody does. So, I feel like that's me, of course. I feel like it's gonna sell, and the feedback that I've gotten, I've already know that it's gonna do well. Like I said, when I was on QVC, she was right away was like going, oh my God.